thank my parents? Can I thank both my parents? Great. No. No, my parents. My parents have been like... Well, I mean, the first thing I saw was Peter Pan when I was 3, but what really changed my life was Crazy for You on Broadway. My dad took me to see Crazy for You on Broadway like 7 times, and Boyd Gaines' performance in that as just like a brilliant actor, song, dance man, like a true triple threat in that show, and that whole show as a production was like completely changed my view on theater, musical theater. And then Long Day's Journey into Night that Robert Falls directed with Vanessa Redgrave and Philip Seymour Hoffman was also equally life-changing. Authenticity, I think, and truth and honesty. There's just
it's a rare quality.
Yeah, it is rare, and I think it's a coveted thing, and I think it's an important part of any story. And I think certain priorities are made when it comes to creating a show and creating theater. But I really, truly believe that truth and authenticity should be at the heart and the core of every dance step, every note sung, every word spoken should be authentic and truthful and honest. But actually, I've sort of realized over the course of the process that it's not a lustful thing. It's not really like a sexual thing. I mean, you say that in the movie he's been desexed. Here he definitely surely falls in love with her, but I think it's more of an inspirational love. Like,
so you don't think it's on the same level as the 2 other characters?
I don't think so, actually. I mean, it is a deep, true love, but I think it's not necessarily romantic in that way, and that confuses him. I think he truly thinks that it is a romantic love, that he has fallen in love with this woman, but he realizes at the end that what he loves about her is her, inspiration to compose his opus. And that we share, and I'm going to bring it back to what we said before, I think the thing that we share is authenticity and truth, and theirs is truth in movement, and mine is truth in words, and I think they taught me how to be in my body and to tell a story through movement, and I would like to think that I taught them to be comfortable enough to open their mouths and be a human, you know what I mean? And be a living, breathing person with thoughts and opinions and words and a voice. Yeah, well, in Paris, there was just certain things about our show that landed for them in a deep, about the liberation and the occupation and the war. There were just things that are deeply seated in their culture that they understood that. Yeah, exactly. So that was something that really, really spoke to them in a deeply moving way. In America, I think it's the jokes and the wit that they really get. I mean, I think that the timing and the sharpness of it is something that they get. And in D.C., I don't know that there's a difference between a D.C. and a New York audience other than that they were just so warm and loving. They have been here too with our show, but there's the possibility that they won't be, but in DC they are just the loveliest audiences.